I'm your host, Cameron Tracewell, and this is my co-host.
Hunter here.
the more I give the more formal, and I give the more formal, and you give the relaxed. That's cool, man. That's definitely cool.
Yep.
If you guys are new to this show, a little bit of sports show. We highlight on different sports. This show consists of an all around sports. So it's like
we cover
NBA,
everything.
yeah, NBA, NHL, baseball, football. We cover the biggest topics of the week. We have a WWE and UFC special show, that's hosted once a month that we'll do. So for the next episode for that would be 303. We're going to talk about for UFC at the end of the month, and then we'll talk about Clash of the Castle coming next week.
That should be, that's coming up next week.
It's next week. It'll be next week. So we'll cover.
So there'll be
So WWE will cover next week, Clash of the Castle, episode 2, the build to SummerSlam, and then UFC 303. There'll be a lot of highlight on this show about it, but it'll have its own separate show at the end of the month. Because it's going to be something we really talk about. It's going to be fun to talk about. I'm excited about that. So
I'm glad we're keeping combat sports like a little separate.
Well, because there's big main events for that, pay-per-views, right?
Yeah.
There's big main events for that stuff.
They speak for themselves.
Those are those shows that are going on. What we're going to cover here today, let's talk about the NBA, man. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics. We got the NBA Finals. The NBA Finals have arrived. Luka and Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the Boston Celtics, one of the most historic franchises in all of sports, are back in the finals. And Dallas, we haven't seen you guys in the finals since 2011. Glad to be back. It's good to be back. So this is going to be a fun series, man. It's going to be a fun series. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
We know how much you love Tatum. We know how much you love your boy Tatum.
To expect this series, I'm gonna break it. I'm going right into it. Right, I'm gonna dive right into it.
You kick us off.
If Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown lose this NBA Finals, this duo needs to be broke up. This team needs to be broken up completely. To me, to break it down this way and break it down a little bit easier, you cannot go to multiple conference finals since 2018, right? They've been in multiple conference finals. By the way, you lost to Miami at least twice in the conference finals. Miami's last year was the 8th seed. They were terrible, and they busted you in the conference finals in Game 7. Jimmy Butler busted you in your home floor to win that game. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. This notion that the media gives these two guys, right? They elevate this organization. They elevate these two guys, and especially Jason Tatum more than Jaylen Brown. They elevate these guys to preposterous levels. It's like blasphemy, these levels they put these guys on. We're talking, we've been to at least four conference finals. We've been to one NBA Finals versus the Warriors. We've now going to our second. You've been to twice now, 2 conference finals out of 4 or 5. You've been to 2 finals out of 4 or 5 conference finals appearances, and yet to win. If Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown do not win this NBA Finals, this is on both of their legacies. This is going to hurt both of their legacies, and I think that this team has to be broke up. You can't go to the finals in 2022 against Golden State and Steph Curry. I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen. Klay Thompson was not Klay Thompson. He was not 2019 Klay Thompson. Okay, he was still coming off the ACL tear. Draymond Green was not the guy that we remember Draymond Green. He's okay, but he was not that guy. Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, yes, they were big parts of it. But Curry dropping like 40 to 50 a game. The dude is schooling you in the garden. He's schooling you in your own house. By the way, you didn't even go to Game 7. Curry was so good, he didn't even have to go to Game 7. He was so good on his own, he just didn't have to go to Game 7. He completely busted you guys in the NBA Finals after so-called we have so much experience that nobody can beat us, that there isn't a team in the NBA that can win 4 games against us. Every single year there's one team that's winning 4 games against you. It doesn't make a difference. So, unless it's not this year, unless you're willing to, finally win a championship, then I can we like Jaylen Brown like talking right before the playoffs start. They're in a team that can beat us in four games. You said that last year. How'd that work out? You said that the year before. How'd that work out? You say it every year, it doesn't work out. Can we stop being the Dallas Cowboys and finally just get over the hump? Can we finally just win? Can we quit talking? Just win. Go win or break the team up. Go win. The Lakers have gotten a championship before you. And you've had better rosters than they've had. Oh my Lord. I haven't even gotten it, and people are like, you're not even talking about the Mavs yet. I don't have to. I don't have to talk about Luka and Kyrie. They haven't been in, like, Kyrie's been to the championship 4 times, right? He's won once. Luka has never been to a championship. This is his first time. So I have no expectations for Luka and them to do great. Now I'll get to my take on, we'll decide the winner here after a bit, but yeah, I'm going off in a fury rant. Yeah, you heard me. You take over. You take over. I can't. I'm done. I just get mad the whole time. No reason for me to be mad the whole time.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Okay. Usually I'm the one ranting. So, first of all, to your credit, I'm not disagreeing with you by any means when I was laughing, but I couldn't help it. You know I laugh when you rant because you hardly ever do it, and I know how you feel about the Boston Celtics. I know how you feel, so that's valid. First off, I want to say I am not shocked that the Dallas Mavericks are here. I called them going to the finals.
You did.
And I called the Timberwolves and them in the Western Conference Finals. I am not shocked where the Minnesota ended up. I am shocked they got beaten 5. That to me was crazy. But now we're here. This is Boston's championship to lose. On paper, the Celtics have a way better team. Now, why Cam is ranting, it's not so much Jaylen Brown, because me and him have talked, obviously. We talk all the time. We talk every day. We love Jaylen Brown. We think Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics. The reason why Cam is on a rant and the reason why Cam is angry is because everyone gives Jason Tatum God-like treatment, and he's done nothing to earn it. And he's right. Like, Cam's right. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't think Jason Tatum's a top 5 player in the NBA. I don't see it. I think Jason Tatum is a good player. I don't hate Boston as much as Cam does. I mean, I'm a fair person. Boston is a good basketball team. But
it's okay. It's like me and you talked about earlier, right? It's not the fact that I hate the Celtics. It's not the fact that I hate. Well, it's not the fact that I hate Jason Tatum. It's just like the people treat the Cowboys. It really is. It's like how they treat them, and it's not what they haven't. It's different if Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb them have proven it. You know what I mean? It's different if they went to the championship. They won, but they haven't. Nobody's done anything.
Well, they haven't even. But here's the thing, though, and this is where you're a little harsh on Boston and Dallas, right? This is where I'm gonna humble you a little bit. At least Boston has been to conference finals, and at least Boston's been to an NBA finals. The Cowboys haven't even been close to a finals or a conference championship or a Super Bowl. They haven't even been close. So in that regard, I think you're a little harsh. But like I said, where you're coming from is you don't see Jason Tatum as the dude. And quite frankly, and I'm going to humble everybody here that thinks Jason Tatum's that guy. Why does Jason Tatum not show up in the fourth quarter if he's that guy? Why is Jason Tatum always disappearing in the late fourth quarter if he is that guy? Because everyone's like, Jason Tatum's this dude, right? Like, he's top 5. He's the best player on the Celtics. Why is he disappearing late in the fourth quarter? When Jaylen Brown steps up. When Jrue Holiday steps up. When Al Horford's stepping up. Everyone's so in love with Tatum, they're not giving his crew the love and respect they deserve. To me, Jaylen Brown's outplayed Jason Tatum in these playoffs. I don't care what numbers say. The eye test shows different. Late in the fourth quarter, Jaylen Brown has hit a big shot. He's played defensively. Tatum has done nothing. I think Jaylen Brown's the best player on the Boston Celtics. I do not think this is Jason Tatum's team. I think Brown's a better leader. I think Brown's a better teammate. I think Jaylen Brown's the guy that we need to talk about more and put Tatum on the back burner a little bit. But Tatum's the dude. But but this whole debate that I'm getting into in this topic, like this take that I'm bringing up, this is going to be settled in the NBA Finals. Because it's either going to be Brown or Tatum to put this team on their back late in the fourth quarter, and we're going to find out which superstar shows up.
If Tatum wins, okay, if he wins this championship, we can give him a little bit more credit. I don't like all the love and this treatment for a guy who every time he gets to the big moment he's failing. And I don't why am I blaming Jason more than I am Jaylen? Because to everybody else it's Jason's team. Yeah. It's Jason's team, not Jaylen's team. Jaylen's the side duo. He's like, okay, back to like Cleveland in 2016, right? He was LeBron to Kyrie, right? So Jaylen is Kyrie. I just don't like the treatment. And I can Jason Tatum be a top 5 player in the league? Probably. I mean, on paper he probably could be, but as of right now, how many opportunities he's had, with how many this organization lives and breathes off the past. They really do. I mean, they off of Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, to Bill Russell and them guys. You know what I mean? All the way back.
Yeah, you can
go all the way back. This organization and the Lakers together are the two greatest two great dynasties in all sports. Not the two greatest ever, but they are together. They are like top 5 worthy, both of them. So I understand the Celtics, and the Celtics have built. I mean, I have to give Brad Stevens a lot of love here. I mean, the guy has built a really good roster. They put together a really good team, and I like the move what they did. Getting Porzingis. Personally, in my opinion, I know people, and Hunter and me completely disagree on this. I know people love Joe Mazzulla. I know that Joe Mazzulla is a good, decent coach. Do I think he is better than Ime Udoka? No. Do I think Ime Udoka would have helped them win a championship last year? Yes. I think Boston would have won the championship last year if Ime Udoka was the head coach. He was the head coach against the Warriors, right? That they lost that series. Yes, they got outplayed. I'll give credit to Ime Udoka. First NBA Finals, whatever, right? But I think if they would have had him last year, Boston would have won the chip last year. I do not think that Ime Udoka will let them get away with that again.
Right. No, I don't disagree with that.
So, but Joe Mazzulla, he's done well. He's done good.
He's a good coach. He's a good coach.
So my clarification is, I want Jason Tatum to prove that he's a champion. Then we can talk, right?
Well,
then let's get into it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said this is going to settle the debate. This is going to prove if Tatum's that guy or if Tatum's going to disappear. And if they win this series and they win an NBA Finals because of Jaylen Brown, the narrative's going to change. Because then Tatum ain't the number one dude. Tatum's the side chick. And Brown's the man. And right, I really think Jaylen Brown's gonna prove this.
All right, so let's talk about who's gonna win.
Oh, dude, come on. You know I'm torn here. You okay, are you asking me who I'm rooting for or who I think's gonna win? There's two differences.
Who's gonna win?
I'm rooting for Luka. Like, to me, that's the best player in this finals. He is the number one player on this court. I don't care what anyone says. Jason Tatum lovers, get out of here. Luka Doncic is the best player in this series. I don't care what anyone says. I am rooting for Luka, but I think Boston's going to win. I think Boston just has too much. I think the experience, all that, I think Boston's going to win. Now, do I think Boston's going to win in 5? No. I think Dallas are going to push them to the limit and the brink. I have this going 7. I'm taking Boston to win. But if Dallas wins, I will be so happy for Luka. I don't think Luka's going to win in his first NBA Finals appearance, though. But I am rooting for Dallas.
So, my whole rant I just went on, okay, about Jason Tatum is true. Everything I said about it's true. Tatum has to win. And he's favored. Everybody's going to be on it. You know what I mean? everybody thinks Boston's going to win this series hands down.
Yeah, the
I think
pressure's on
Luka and
Boston.
Kyrie. I think Luka and Kyrie can win this game. Win this in 6. I think they can end this. I think they can end this series in 6.
I'm not picking
Here's
them to
why.
win in 6. I think that's.
Here's why. Here's why. Here's why there isn't anybody on Boston. I've thought about it, and we talked about it earlier, but there isn't anybody on Boston I think that can actually guard Luka and Kyrie ever. I mean, I think Luka and Kyrie could honestly do what they want. I know you just heard what we just talked about Drew Holiday. What he just said about Kyrie. He prays they can cover him. They ain't no praying. I don't think that they could, either one of them are going to stop Luka or Kyrie. I don't think Boston can stop Luka or Kyrie. I don't think it's possible. What Boston has the advantage. Okay, Boston has the advantage of they have the bench. They will have the bench, right?
Oh, their bench is better than Dallas.
They're deeper. They're deeper, right? And they got some size, and they got some guys who have actually been in these moments, right? Yeah, they've all been in this. Boston's been in this moment, right? Most of these guys have been in the moment.
Still. They
got Drew Holiday, who's been in the moment. We got dudes who've been in this moment, like right.
Yeah.
We got winners. We got people who've been in finals. But I think it's the pure, Luka every single time. Like we talked about this years ago. This happened years ago. People said that the Phoenix Suns were going to run Luka over. They were going to run Luka over.
And you were one of those people who picked the Suns, by the way, just to bring you down to planet Earth. You picked the Suns to beat Dallas.
Suns didn't play Dallas.
Wait, never mind. You picked the Suns to beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a couple years ago. I'm talking about a couple years ago when it was Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and the team that was supposed to go back to the finals, right? Here's Luka.
But they screwed up. They tore that team away. They're idiots.
But regardless of what Phoenix did, here's Luka with no Kyrie Irving. By the way, there's no Kyrie Irving,
and he took them to 6.
Torched them.
Yeah,
he torched them, and I'm on the same feeling that, dude, Luka is a top 3 player in the league. Kyrie, what?
Luka is the second best player in this league. Luka Doncic is. I know he's the second.
He's number 3. I just said he's in the top 3.
Yeah, I know. I was just clarifying on where I have him at. Yeah, he's definitely he is the second best player in the league.
Yeah, Jokic is the best player in the league. I mean, yeah.
Luka is number 2.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. SGA right now, and the SGA as of this season was number 3.
I think Luka should have won
MVP vote.
I think Luka
took
should have
SGA
won MVP
personally. I'd have took SGA personally for regular season.
I mean, me and you both agreed it's either Luka or SGA. Joker had no business winning MVP this year.
No, but I think they can end in 6 because here's the deal. I think if you can win game 1, you will lose game 2. You win both games at home. You lose game 5 in Boston. No, you lose game. No, hold on. You go. Wait, hold on. Let me think for a second. 2 games at home, so you win 1 game. Sorry, I'm a little. I get confused sometimes. It confuses me. So game 1, they win game 1 in Boston. They lose game 2 in Boston. They win both games at home. They lose what it would be game 5 in Boston, right? They lose game 5 in Boston, and they win, and they can win game 6 at home. They finish it off at home.
I don't think they're going to beat Boston in game 1. I think, but here's the thing though, Boston plays better on the road than they do at home. That's crazy to me.
But here's the other thing. Here's one of the reasons why. Because Boston went from this so team-oriented basketball this season, right? They were, if you actually watch Boston a lot throughout the season, swing passing, they played team-oriented basketball till they got to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They went away from team-oriented basketball, and you went to ISO ball. I'll tell you, you do not want to go ISO ball playing with Kyrie and Luka. There's no way you want to even try to go pound for pound with those guys. Because as much as Tatum and Brown are good, they're not keeping up with Kyrie and Luka. Kyrie and Luka can go pound for pound with them.
No one's going to out-ISO Luka, but I am rooting for Dallas. I love Luka.
I am too.
I love Luka. I am rooting for Dallas, but who I think is going to win is Boston. I think Boston's been there. They got a lot to prove. They got the pressure's all on them. Tatum's legacy's on the line. I think Boston has more to lose. Obviously, Boston's going to win. I think Boston's going to win in 6 or 7.
I like Luka, right? I
Yeah.
like Luka. I would like Luka to win because it'd help his legacy, and really he's grinder. Like he's always there every season. He's
a great
always had
player.
the underwhelming. He's always had the team that's worse than everybody else, and he always improves every single season. So I would love to see him win. Now Boston, it's an expectation to win. I want Luka to win, but it's an expectation by the entire league, pretty much, right? That Boston has to win this series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how. Dude, the city of Boston's going to tear down the Celtics organization if they lose this series.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Boston might burn down if they lose the NBA Finals.
They're going to throw a fit. I'm telling you. They're like, you can't be this successful so many years and not get a chance.
Right.
At least,
No, I'm with
at least we can say at the end of the day, Paul Pierce got a chance with KG and Ray Allen.
Kidding.
At least he won. I mean,
the fact that team that you look at Rondo, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, the fact they only won one
more
is ridiculous. Like, honestly, I think you underachieved at that point.
Bro, you know what I thought about the other day? What if Boston never won in 08? What if Kobe had three-peated? What if Kobe three-peated?
If Kobe would have three-peated, dude, Boston would have burnt down. I think Boston would have just lost it.
I mean, think about it. What if he would have beat the Celtics twice and the Magic once, and then he also three-peated with Shaq. He'd have just tied Michael Jordan for 2 three-peats. I think about that all the time. What if that would have happened? Because, like, when we sit here right now today, right? The only thing separating Kobe and Jordan would be what? Jordan's Defensive Player of the Years and Jordan's MVPs. That's the only thing that would be separating them.
Right.
The rest is history. You know what I mean? I just think that I think it's kind of a cool take, but yeah, for the NBA Finals, I think Luka and Kyrie actually can do it. I think people are
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying, like,
I think they can. I mean, I think Boston is weak in areas and they can expose them. And Jason Kidd's experienced. Jason Kidd knows. He knows how to help them.
I just don't see Boston losing. I'm rooting for Luka. I want the Mavs to win, but what I want and what usually happens is two different things.
Well, actually, that's a good thing you said that. That's a great thing you said that, because you wanted Connor McDavid to be in the Stanley Cup Finals, and Connor McDavid's in the Stanley Cup Finals. Connor McDavid is there.
Don't even ask me who I'm rooting for. You already know. This is an easy segment for me. You already know I'm picking.
So,
I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the last time we did a normal show, we talked about the Stanley Cup Finals. And speaking of it, we talked about the Rangers and the Stars. That's who we talked about. Not knowing that it was going to be the Panthers, by the way, getting out in 6. They got out in 6. They beat them down. And then...
I cannot believe that the New York Rangers... And it wasn't Igor Shesterkin's fault. I am not blaming him. That guy outplayed his whole defense. The Rangers had a young defense. I get it. But what hurt me about New York was they didn't score goals. After Game 4, their offense just wasn't there.
Dude, Florida's looked pretty good the last 2 years. I mean,
Tkachuk, dude. Matthew Tkachuk, Sam Reinhart, them boys can play.
They've proven themselves.
Now, this is their second time back-to-back. They made the Cup last year. They lost to Vegas. This year...
You got to think last year they were a wild card team. Yeah. This year they weren't a wild card team. They were one of the favorites. They were the top of the East.
I hate the way hockey does this. If you're going by the 1 through 8 measurement, they were the second overall seed, but they're a 1 seed in the division. They were a 1 seed in the division. It was 2 1 seeds, but congrats to Florida. I don't mind Florida at all. But for all you people that don't know hockey, they are not in Miami. It drives me nuts that people think they're in Miami. They're in Sunrise, Florida. They are not in Miami. Miami does not have a hockey team.
Which is kind of weird. You think Miami would have a hockey team since they got a football team and a basketball team? You think they would have a hockey team, right? They'd be playing in American Airlines. But
Let me ask you this question. Where do you think the Carolina Hurricanes play?
well, I'd assume they play in Charlotte, but they don't, I'd say.
Play in Raleigh.
They play in Raleigh?
Play
I
in
didn't
Raleigh.
know that. That's crazy. I didn't know
Raleigh.
they played in Raleigh.
Yes, sir. They play in Raleigh.
Huh.
But see, you wouldn't know that.
Interesting.
You think Charlotte because it's Carolina, right?
Well, not only that, but most pro teams play in cities. They don't play outside of cities. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Most pro
Well,
teams are not outside of cities.
hockey's different.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we got Connor McDavid and we got the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Final starting this Saturday. Going to be an absolute thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to say here. Hunter maybe has a lot more to say, but I'm picking Connor McDavid. I don't care. I want Connor McDavid to win. He's the best player in the NHL. He needs a championship. This guy has been doubting. We thought for sure he was losing to the Stars. We thought there's no way they're going to beat the Stars.
I was really scared. I was really scared because I don't trust the Oilers goaltender like I did Ottinger. But hey, the Oilers defense showed up in big games. I'm happy for them. So they did me proud.
Connor McDavid played well. He played good too. I mean, it's been a great playoff.
That power play goal in Game 6, that was just freaking nasty. That power play goal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was disgusting. Oh my lord, that was disgusting.
I'm telling you.
So the Oilers are the fastest hockey team in the league.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
But I'd say Florida's probably one of the best defensive teams.
That's why I'm worried about the Oilers matchup with Florida.
Because Florida's a good defensive team.
Florida has the better goaltender in Bobrovsky. They got the better defense. They have the better complete team. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to be straight down the middle. Florida is the better team. But Edmonton has the better player. And if Connor McDavid can get past little Florida's defense and get one-on-one with the goalie, I don't care how good you are, Bobrovsky. You ain't stopping the man. So I am picking Edmonton to win this series in 7. I know Florida's probably going to win. Whatever. I don't care.
They're not winning.
I'm picking Edmonton to win this series, obviously. I'm going with 97. I'm going with the best player in the league. And Cam, I'm proud of you. You learned well. You learned from me. Connor McDavid over everybody, everything.
By the way, he's definitely not leaving Edmonton now. He's definitely not leaving. He's there.
No,
he's there.
He ain't leaving Edmonton since they made it to conference finals.
Yeah, he's not leaving. He's good. He's staying.
Austin
Matthews will be done. Austin Matthews definitely getting out of Toronto. He's like, yep, see ya.
I would love for Matthews to go to Detroit with Larkin.
That'd be kind of cool. I would like that.
I would love Austin Matthews come to Anaheim to go with Zegras and Troy Terry. I think that'd be nasty. That first line would be gross.
I know we're not talking like, a whole bunch about the Stanley Cup final, not because we don't love it, but because really Hunter and I agree. But Hunter and I agree on, we agree on who we want to win. Like we agree on the finals a little bit, but it's more that
agree so much.
But there's some disagreement there, with who we think's will win, who we expect to win and stuff like that. But
there's a difference, right, between who I want to win and who I think's gonna win. Like there's a difference.
Mavs are winning. I don't
stop
care.
It. Stop
I
it.
don't care.
You're
just
a Boston hater. You're just a Tatum hater. Stop it.
It's a better team.
What? Okay, no. Now you're just trying to get a rise out of me. Yeah, I don't think so.
You got two stars that are better than both those guys in Boston. You have what?
What? Wait, hold on.
Kyrie's better than Jaylen Brown. It's easy. That's easy take. He's a champion. He's better than him. There's no take on that.
Now you can say whatever you want about Tatum. I don't give a shit. Don't be dismissing Jaylen Brown because that's wrong. Jaylen Brown's done very well.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and you tell me. You tell me what you think right now.
I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying
If Cleveland could take Kyrie or Jaylen Brown right now, you get one choice between two of them. Who are you taking? And don't think don't think logical or anything. Which one are you taking?
Oh, obviously Kyrie. I told you I want Kyrie back
Oh
right now.
yeah, obviously Kyrie. Yeah,
I want Kyrie
easily. Yeah,
back
I'll
right now.
easily take Kyrie. Like easily take Kyrie over Jaylen Brown. So yeah, they're
I was
better,
just,
better.
like I tried to say, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying don't be so dismissive about JB because you don't
I'm
hate
not
Jalen
being
Brown. You
I
hate Tatum.
I don't hate Tatum. I hate
Okay,
what the media.
stop.
I hate what the media has done to Tatum.
And that's why you hate Tatum because the media
Well,
is pushing
yeah,
him
no
on.
kidding. It's why you hate
But you
Braun.
hate Tatum.
It's exactly why you hate LeBron James.
No, that's not why. You know why I hate LeBron. Don't even compare. Why I hate LeBron. Don't even compare. LeBron's like a bad ex girlfriend. He doesn't exist. Poof.
Listen,
He don't,
ladies
he
and
don't, he
gentlemen,
don't matter.
we're gonna hold a special
Oh,
episode here in July.
oh
It's gonna
no.
be about Hunter's feelings about LeBron James. I want everybody to feel where he is on
Uh,
this because
uh,
this
uh,
will be it'll be the greatest rant of all time. It really will be.
wait, he's lying. He's lying. I ain't doing this. I am not telling America and everybody else he's watching around the world why I don't like LeBron James anymore. I ain't doing it.
He didn't quit on Cleveland.
I'm about to walk the hell up at this show. You stop it. Stop talking about LeBron James.
The only reason Cleveland's ever had success is because of LeBron James. See, it's
That's a
only like
biggie.
these are like these little trigger words, ladies and gentlemen. I can use these little trigger phrases that just that see. Look at him. He's getting red, so he's going to explode like a freaking rocket here in a minute because he can't believe it's like I'm the media, right? And I'm talking about Jason Tatum, how great he is. Like the blasphemy coming out of my mouth is what he's thinking the whole time. How dare I say LeBron James brought Cleveland success? How dare I say that he's the greatest player Cleveland will ever have? Or how dare I say that it's the only success they'll ever
Okay.
have?
Okay. All right. Well, you're wrong on that one. Say he is the best
The
player
greatest play,
Cleveland's ever.
he's the greatest player. Yeah.
That is the only thing. That is
Yeah.
the only thing that came true out of your mouth. It was that. I cannot deny that. He is the
Well,
greatest player
he's the second
to
greatest
ever
player. He's
have.
the second greatest player of all time. So I mean, I can't really hate on it. He's the second greatest player of all time. So
Well, you
I mean,
you ain't a Cavs fan. That's why you can't hate him because you ain't a Cavs fan. You ain't been there with Antoine Jameson and all them
but
boys.
but hold on. But he goes to a playoff game and everybody cheers for him at Rocket Mortgage Arena. Everybody's like, "Yeah, LeBron, we're glad to have you back. We're glad you'd be sitting with us." And
They
here's
ain't
Hunter at
Cavs
home.
fans. They ain't Cavs
Here's
fans. They're
Hunter at home
LeBron fans.
throwing stuff. Here's Hunter at home throwing his gear,
Oh, I flipped him off,
mad.
dude. Oh, I flipped him off. I said it's a crime that he should be in there. He's allowed in that stadium. It's a crime. You know
But
they're going to give him a statue outside the damn place too. That's going to piss me off even more.
it's gonna be right at the front doors too.
Yeah, next time I go to a Cavs game, I'm
They're
going
gonna
to
hang
punch him right in the
they're,
mouth.
they're gonna hang a banger right off the entire arena for LeBron.
Hell, we are.
I
Gonna
bet you
hang,
will.
gonna hang one for Donovan Mitchell.
Stays.
Staying? He's already said he's happy in Cleveland. He's staying. Don't worry,
I mean,
Brandon Ingram's coming, buddy. We're getting you some help.
you know what? I don't want to get into that discussion today because when we get into Cleveland, it gets like really deep and it's just not needed. But
We'll have an NBA draft to talk about it. I'm sure.
I am gonna say they are not reducing Garland's contract. I know that that's going to be an honest fact. They're not reducing his contract. He's not. They're not reducing his contract.
No, we're gonna trade his ass for CJ and Brandon Ingram.
I bet you. I bet you don't. I bet you don't trade anybody. I'm almost
No.
willing to make the bet.
Shit. Colby Altman better do something or I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, you're already pissed they fired Jamie Bickerstaff. You're not happy about that.
That was wrong. That was wrong. We did him dirty.
And of course, the coach you want, they're not even looking at.
Right? Yeah. Former NBA champion coach Frank Vogel. Oh no, we ain't gonna interview him. We're gonna interview these assistant jackasses. Okay, cool. Hey, look, there's
Hey man.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Hey man. Hey man. Could have had Mike Budenholzer.
The worst thing I ever seen in Cavs history, and I will stand by this, and only true Cavs fans know. I remember the NBA draft. You ready? Number 1 overall pick, the Cavs select Anthony Bennett. Who the f is that guy? Canada.
Anthony Bennett was
Canadian.
terrible.
Oh, we picked the Canadian,
It's
eh?
the worst
Yeah.
pick, and that's one of the worst. I don't know. I don't know if Anthony. No, probably the worst pick in it. The worst number one bust in the NBA draft was probably Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was awful, but
No,
Anthony
no, I'm
Bennett
not.
was right with him.
Okay, okay. I'm not saying now. There's a difference between bust because Brown was actually really good coming out of college and high school. Like
Yeah.
he was really good. He just sucked in NBA. The worst overall pick has got to be Anthony. I looked at my dad, right? Like me and my dad are watching it. I looked at dad and I'm like, I didn't know we were in the NHL draft. What the fuck? Is this hockey? Why the hell are we picking this guy? It was.
I tell you the one thing. The greatest pick you made since drafting LeBron James was who? Who was the greatest draft pick you had? Yeah.
Dion Waiters was good too.
You know, honestly, Andrew Wiggins wasn't all that bad. We just get to see him in Cleveland.
No, we needed Kevin Love. Love.
Yeah, Love was a lot better. Needed Kevin Love.
If we didn't have Kevin Love, we'd be in trouble.
I mean, I don't think you. I don't. Maybe you might not. You
might not have needed who.
Well, you might not. I mean, you could have had Andrew Wiggins play the 3. I mean, really, you could have had him play the 3.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Andrew Wiggins. Okay, for like a defensive thing, I would definitely want Kevin Love. But like a defensive rebounding, easily Kevin Love. But Andrew Wiggins, he's offensively really not that bad. I mean, he's not a bad offensive player.
And here's how I'm going to rebuttal to everyone who says Kevin Love should have left Cleveland. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, if we had Fat Man Love, you wouldn't be saying that crap now, would you? Because Fat Man Love was a dog.
I mean, I love. Hey, you're on me. You're coming after me, and I like Kevin Love.
I'm not coming after you. I'm saying for all the Love haters. Because I won't know how many times people have said, we need to trade Kevin Love. Shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
I'm good.
And then we trade him. Look how bad our bench is.
I will say this respectfully. No, I'll respectfully say this. If you'd have never traded Kevin Love, he would have helped Evan Mobley this year. He'd have helped Evan Mobley when Jared Allen went down. He would have helped Evan Mobley immediately. He'd have been immediate help. And he's a 3-point shooter.
Do you not think I know this? Do you know how mad I was when we traded him? He was our sixth man. He was our entire bench. And we traded him for what? Clowns. Oh, we got Gorgeous Niang. Oh, thank God I'm saved. Look, here comes a brick. He's a hell of a brick.
You got Niang.
Niang. You know why he's called Niang? Because you don't have any Niang a shot.
You got Strus coming on. You got Strus in the starting lineup.
Oh, wow. He shows up one game in each series. Wow. He shoots 35% instead of 22 from 3. One game out of the series.
You got fumbling Garland all over the freaking court.
Dude, late in the game, dude. He plays out of control.
Dude, he's so bad. Dude, listen, when it's like a fast break, get it away from Garland because he cannot. He's like it's all over the place. I've never seen so dysfunction on a fast break from a point guard.
I'm torn between Garland because I see Garland in moments and his ceiling's so high. Like I'm not.
Oh my God! But he fumbles and just big.
I know he's young, and I know he gets fast paced and out of control. But dude, his ceiling is so freaking high. He just needs to calm down in moments and pace himself. Like, he's still young, and I know he's got maturing and stuff, but, like, dude, and I know he's been hurt all year. I will give him a pass because last year in the playoffs he did really good. This year he was still hurt. He had back problems, ankle issues. Like, I know he wasn't 100%,